Hey, what's up YouTube? Chris Seiter here, and today we're going to be talking about the signs that your ex wants you back. What, stupid?
Yeah, that was stupid.
But first, if you haven't already, please stop by our website, www.exboyfriendrecovery.com, and take our Ex Recovery Chances quiz. It's a simple 2-minute quiz I put together designed to help you understand what kind of chance you have of getting your ex back. You can simply find that quiz by visiting our website or looking in the description below this YouTube video and clicking on the link there. Let's get started. So a few weeks ago, I spent Easter writing an article titled "Signs Your Ex Wants You Back" based on case studies. And the article got such a good reception, people were begging me to make a video about it. So here I am. Now, I'm not gonna be able to go into the really vast detail that I went into in the article. So if you want that detail, look in the description below this YouTube video. I'm gonna link it up to you there. But if you want a basic crash course, hey, you're in the perfect place. So I'm a big believer in data. I never want to advise you to do something unless there's data backing it up that says it's a good idea. So when I was looking at signs that your ex may want you back, I decided the best place to look is with people who have gotten back with their exes. So I looked at a lot of different success stories and tried to find, correlations. Turns out there's 7 of them. So let's not waste any time and get right to it. Sign number 1. Mood swings. One thing you'll notice a lot during the no contact rule, if you're doing it on your ex, is your ex will have these crazy mood swings from where they're really happy 1 minute to really super depressed and calling you and telling you how much they love you and miss you the next. This is a sign that they're starting to get in the frame of mind where they're going to start wanting you back. Now, sign number 2 is really interesting, and that's they're really responsive to your overtures. So this one is pretty straightforward to understand. You reach out to them, and not only do they reciprocate, but they actually beat out your initial text. So that would work something like this. Say, you message them and say, hey, I've been thinking about you. And they message you back and say, I've missed you so much. The reciprocation is there, except they just upped the game a little bit. Now, sign number 3 is interesting because it's all about rushing. Now, rushing's pretty self-explanatory, right? You start the process of getting them back, and they want to rush that process. So they'll try to up things or make things happen faster than you necessarily want them to. They'll try to see you faster, they'll try to go on dates with you faster, they'll respond to you faster. Anything related to rushing is a really, really good sign. Now this next one has to do with statistics, assuming you're charting something, and that's they're reaching out to you more than you're reaching out to them. So one thing that I advise all of my coaching clients to do is to chart everything. I know it seems kind of weird, but we often lose ourselves when it comes to the emotions of the situation. We don't have things charted out, and we really don't understand how often your ex is responding to you. So if you can actually kind of look from a bird's eye view and see, wow, they're responding 2 times to my every 1 time, that's a really, really good sign, and a sign that they may start wanting you back. So you and your ex go through a breakup, right? And you decide you're gonna use the no contact rule and you're just gonna move on. You don't even want them back. But of course, like it tends to go, your ex reaches out to you and says, so I see you're moving on. I see you're dating this new person, or I see you're doing this thing. So they're almost trying to use some reverse psychology on you. So they're trying to basically say, you're dating someone new, I don't want you, and walk away. The problem is that's actually a really good sign because I've seen that in lots of different case studies where they'll make these big claims like, well, you're moving on, so I'm moving on. It's a sign that they may potentially want you back. Let's say that you listen to my advice during the no contact rule and you go on a few dates. But you're not rubbing it in your ex's face. You're just simply posting a picture with you and someone on a date, or you're posting a picture of you out at a place around some other guys, not even at a date, and your ex exhibits some extreme jealousy. We found that this is a link to them wanting you back. Now, is it the be all end all? No, not necessarily, because oftentimes them being jealous isn't enough to spur them into action to commit to you, but it is a sign that they may potentially want you back. Now, the last one I'd like to talk to you about today is future pacing. Now, future pacing is something that I came up with that really talks about a situation where your ex and you are talking and they make reference to a future involving you in it. So let's say, for example, you're out having a picnic. It's really romantic and everything, and he looks into your eyes, those big, pretty, whatever color your eyes are, and says, you know, I would really love it if we went to Paris together. Or he makes reference of the fact that you're a really huge hot air balloon, looking at you, Jen, behind the camera. If you don't know, my wife is behind the camera right now. This is something I did to her. So she was like really, really big into hot air balloons, right? And so I made reference a lot of times when we were dating to the fact that we were going to go on this hot air balloon ride together. And we did. That is future pacing in a nutshell. If you see that your ex is doing that with you, really, really good sign.